Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Jesse here with another video on Disgaea RPG. After going all out on Overlord Asagi's Spar space, I learned a couple more tips and tricks for Spar space. Right now, beating the boss with only one team is still very challenging for most players. No matter how much I tried, I wasn't able to deal enough damage with a one attacker and 4 supporters composition, so I decided to make adjustments accordingly. On this run, I used a 2 attackers, 1 sub-attacker, and 2 supporters composition. The main idea was to make my second attacker a kind of pseudo-supporter. Krichevko increases the buff effects by 18%, has Mega Braveheart, and Action Gauge Manipulation. Not only was he dealing consistent damage, he could also buff the main attacker when his buffs went down. Another good reason to use a second attacker is that he can receive buffs when your main attacker reaches the buff cap. One might think that if you are using a secondary attacker, then it would be a waste to use your buffing skills since you are losing momentum, but the damage you deal with a crit from your main attacker with max buffs will be worth the secondary attacker's turn. Another important thing you should take into consideration is that there's a huge difference between critting when the enemy has defensive buffs and critting when they don't, so either keep track of your enemy's buff's duration or bring someone who can clear those buffs. In this run, I was very lucky. I did 5 crits, give or take, and many of them happened when Overlord Asagi didn't have the buffs, so that's how I was able to get to 5th place on this Spar space. Of course, cleansing your debuffs and ailments is also very important, as they hinder your team's overall performance. With a burst strategy, you might be able to avoid this problem, but that's not something that can be done reliably yet. I suggest going the risky route. You can tackle this challenge as much as you want, so take the risk and see what happens. Only go the safe route if you get very lucky with the crits. In my case, I would sometimes keep spamming Great Flans or X instead of using Saint Arrow, because I know my characters might survive if I increase their defenses, and it was unlikely for Overlord Asagi to use her single target attack specifically on the unit with the lowest HP. And that's it. I might have been able to do better if I had Calamity Adele at any 10 or someone who could cleanse Overlord Asagi's buffs, but alas, I didn't. I hope you find this video useful. I'll leave the rest of my run with some music. But before that, you already know what I'm going to say. If you like the video, share, like, subscribe. See you next time. Bye!